This is how you need to commit. Some of us, we have an idea, so it's proven, like when someone's on a shopping cart, let's say they're going to sign up for one of our camps or anything, buy new tires, anything. 76% of the people opt out. They're in the shopping cart and they're like, never mind, I'm not going to do that. 76%. Now, a lot of those will come back. There's usually a 22-day sort of incubation period, buying cycle, where they start to think about if they really want to do this. Because what happens is we click buttons emotionally, but then we become very rational when it's time to check out. And we get scared, basically. So if you are watching this and you're like, I was going to go to that freestyle club, I was going to sign up for the, maybe the football coach has a 90-day challenge where you're going to lift weights at 6 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the whole summer break. And you're so excited and you're like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a savage, it's going to be awesome. And then you get ready to turn in that form and then you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. Why do we do that? And I do it too. We all do. But I fight it, and your parents fight it. Some of them don't. They should. But as we mature, we learned it because we have failed so many times and quit so many times that we just kind of get pissed off, and we're like, I'm going to quit being a little what, and I'm going to freaking turn this paper in, and I'm going to show up, and I'm actually going to make something of myself. I'm 17 years old. I've been wrestling since I was 9. I have nothing to show for it, and I'm just tired of being a wimp. I'm tired of, so you learn one thing. Say yes. And we do this in my practices and my camps. I'm like, okay, guys, let's have a little bit of a exercise. What if someone says, okay, football coach says, hey, all wrestlers and football players and athletes on campus, we're going to have the 90-day weightlifting challenge. Say yes. Hey, you want to wrestle Greco this weekend? Sure, I do. You want to go to camp? Oh, yeah. You want to do this team? Now, we don't have a spot for you. You're going to have to go up a weight class. Sure, sign me up. I'll go to the dual team. Now you're going to be wrestling up a weight class. Not a problem. Hey, you want to go do this? Of course. Even at school. Hey, we need someone to help with the yearbook. It's just every day after school for 2 weeks. Can you make it work? Sign me up. Learn to say yes. You have got to commit and then figure the rest out later. You learn to say yes. And once you do that, is the 90-day weightlifting challenge good for me? What's the first thing that pops in your head? Yes, do it. That's it. Nothing less, nothing more. Kyle Dake says something that was very powerful 3 or 4 years ago. He's like, I take inventory, and if doing this helps me to reach my goal, I do it. If doing this does not help me to reach my goal, I say no. And it might even involve a lot of money. Oh, I got an opportunity to do a 4-day camp in, Arizona. No. Why would someone like that say no to an opportunity? And this is my example. Hey, he didn't actually say this, but he said everything. And that does include, jobs. No, not doing it because it pulls me away from my goal. Even though it's a good thing, it's maybe awesome money. No, I'm not doing it. But if it does help me to accomplish my goal, I say yes to it. And when you learn to do that, what you're going to find is you're not going to be bitter and disappointed about your wrestling career. Or maybe you missed out on a lot in high school because you were scared. And you look back and, man, I wish I had to do all over again. Well, you know what? You don't. And you have to trust yourself that you're going to do it. That's it. Trust yourself that you're going to stick it out and do it. I've been trying to give away 5 free spots to one of our new rooms. It's called the World Class Wrestler Program. We just had almost 40 kids from, in the less than 3 years, almost 40 kids. It's like 36 kids have signed Division I scholarships in under 3 years from my St. Louis World Class Wrestler Program. And I'm trying to give away 5 spots in Central Missouri, and no one will take them. It's like, you get 10 free competition camps. So there's $1,800 of free camps. It's $225 a month, So it's a $2,500 a year plus 18. It's like $4,300 a year worth of training. And I can't find anybody to take them because we have a good room, but man, I could use 5 to 6 more state medalists. If I had 3 high school state medalists and 3 youth state medalists in that room, now I go from, 13 kids to 20, and I have 6 new high school state medalists in that room. And I can't find anybody to do it. I just boosted another post today. I've done it twice. So I'm going on like 6 weeks now where I'm trying to find somebody to take advantage of a $4,300 program, and they won't do it. And I'm thinking, are there no state medalists in this area? Or I'll have them tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll have them driving 5 hours round trip, and we'll have 25 kids driving 3 hours round trip or more. So, they're already driving round trip, long distance. I can't find anybody in that area that wants to do it. Now I'm sitting here scratching my head, and that's the reason I'm putting this video out there, because I'm like, isn't this very interesting? Why would no one want to take advantage of this room? They don't trust themselves. They don't trust them. They have learned not to trust themselves because they have opted out and just said, I'm just going to go back to doing what I always do. And they've done that their whole life. And sometimes their parents do it, and their parents teach them how to do it. Somebody's got to snap out of it and say, no, I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. I cried under the bleachers for 3 hours again after not placing at state. When is it going to change? Every year I'm like, oh, next year's going to be different. I'm going to get strong, and I'm going to get better grades, and I'm going to grab the tough partners, and I'm going to go to camp. And then you don't. And then you're like, you've been saying that stuff for 5 years. So the point of the video is this: snap out of it. If you don't trust yourself because you have let yourself down and you've opted out 50 times a year for the past 5 or 10 years, you're going to have to snap out of this, because 90% of the stuff is won by 10% of the people, and it's proven it will always be that way. You have to become that 10%. So I would encourage you to say yes. Say, oh, there's opportunity. Let's go. Sign me up. Oh, you got soccer. I don't give a shit. I'm going. I'll miss soccer practice. I don't want to play soccer in college. I want to wrestle in college. Tell the coach I'm going to miss a week, one night a week. Okay. Boom, done. Get my wrestling shoes. When it's time to go, let's jump in the car. I'm going to do this. Well, no, it's a year-round commitment. I don't care. I cried under the bleachers again. I'm getting my ass kicked. I've wrestled 7 years. I have nothing to show for it. Sign me up, Mom. And then you maybe use the Kyle Dake thing and says, is this going to help me with my goals? What's the first thing that pops in your head? Yes, do it. Maybe you have an opportunity to join the yearbook club, and you're like, does that help me accomplish my goals in wrestling? No, because it's going to eat into the time when I'm supposed to be in the weight room. Right? So saying yes to everything isn't good either. But learning to pull the trigger, I think, is vital. So, these are necessary skills. And people say, oh, man, how did Spencer Lee win 3 world titles in high school? Well, he showed up to the Olympic trials or the world team trials. Man, that guy won Fargo. He went. She went to Fargo. Oh, wow, how'd you land that good job? I went to the job interview. You knew about it. You didn't go. Oh, I know, man. No, just freaking show up. Show up, say yes, commit, and do it, and quit, and learn grow your confidence that you're the kind of person who wins and who commits and gets things accomplished, instead of just being the same old kid that always, opts out. Okay? So good luck. Hope you have great success, and share like this if it was helpful. And we hope you have an awesome off season. It's getting ready to be June 1st here in a few days, and it's off season time. It's not too late, but time is running out. You better learn to get on it.